Hi, I'm here with Cliff Slater at Stop Rail Now headquarters, and the city, Cliff, the city's just accused you and your group of fibbing on 33 points. They used the word fib. Maybe you can highlight some of the fibs that they're claiming and what the truth really is in your view.
Well, even worse, they accused us of lies and misrepresentation. And
this is specifically on the rail issue, right? In terms of the steel on steel and the proposal.
Right. We had said that the city admits future traffic congestion with what will be worse with rail than it is today. And they said essentially this misrepresents the situation. And it doesn't misrepresent it at all. The statement is absolutely right. In fact, we took some of their numbers. This is their data. This is basically today's data for the peak hour and the H1, and the rail forecast is 17,200 an hour
in 2030.
In 2030,
mm-hmm.
if we build rail. If we don't build rail, it will go up to 18,049. There's actually almost, there's very little difference between these two, whether we do rail or we don't do rail. In either case, tremendous increase in traffic congestion.
Okay, what were some of the other points that you wanted to clarify?
The other points, where we said that this is too big of a system for our community, and we stick by that. We are the 56th largest metro area in the United States, and of the 56, the ones in color here are the ones that have rail lines, and you can see there are more metro areas larger than us with no rail than there are with rail.
Mm-hmm.
And so at our size, a $5, $6, $7 billion system is way out of line.
Okay. Well, what were some of the other points you wanted to make? They gave you 33 choices to talk about, so.
Right. Well, with that same question of being out of line for our community, you can see that the cost per capita, this is the cost in millions for these cities, and this is the size of their area, okay? And this is the cost per capita. And we are 10 times any other area.
Okay. So in terms of what is the biggest misrepresentation you thought in their accusations against you?
Well, one of the biggest is this fallacy of rail being energy efficient. It's very clear from the Department of Energy data, which we've taken. This is Department of Energy data, and the automobile at 34.45 per passenger mile. This is energy unit, British thermal units, and rail is an average of 43.37. It is only when you include New York City's on a weighted average basis, because it is very, very efficient, and is 57% of all the rail transit use in the United States. It's only when you include New York City can you talk about the energy being less. But we are going to have a modern rail system. Modern rail lines are less energy efficient than the automobile. This is very, very clear from U.S. Department of Energy data.
Okay. So, any other thoughts that you want to share?
The other one is the question of why the funds won't stretch. We have done a new analysis of why the projected rail cost is understated. First off, the GE tax revenues they're projecting, because of the decline in our economy, is going to be less than what they have. Okay.
What they need for the rail.
They need for the rail.
Right.
Second, given that lowered amount, what they call the trend forecast amount, then they have in their plan getting $1.2 billion from the feds. Okay, we are not going to get $1.2 million, but that is what is in the city's plan. In the city's plan, operating losses only start in 2019, but the mayor keeps telling us that he's going to start operating in 2012. If he does indeed start in 2012, then there's a significant number of years of operating losses that will throw that whole financial plan out of kilter. Second, the 20-mile version is $1 billion understated. To get to that, what we've done is we've taken the Miami system, the San Juan, Puerto Rico system, and the 1992 Honolulu rail line, and we've brought them up to date for differences in location and differences in construction cost inflation. And it quite clearly shows that an average of those that we're $1 billion understated on the 20-mile line and $2 billion understated on the full build-out. And of course, there's all the change orders and the cost overruns that are likely. The latest FTA analysis that was issued just this past April showed that the average cost overrun was 40.7%. So we have to take those into account.
Okay, and then is there any final response, I guess, to the city? You're going to have this on your website too, right?
And just in case anybody thinks that we're doing this lightly, okay, this is our whole plan showing why there's going to be a 40 to 50% increase in property taxes because taking all these factors into account.
So basically what you're saying is the rail line isn't green, the cars are more efficient, energy efficient, especially in the future with all the changes coming, that it's too expensive, we're not going to get the federal funds they promised, and even if we do, it's not enough.
Right.
And also that we do build the rail for however much it ends up being, which the latest figure I heard you saying was about $7 billion, that it's going to take about 40% tax increase in our property taxes to fund it.
Right. We're in the process of redoing that, and it looks like it's going to be more like 50% when we get through with the latest.
Okay. Thank you, Cliff. This is Cliff at Stop Rail Now headquarters, and for more information, people can log on to what's your website?
It's honolulutraffic.com and stoprailnow.com.
And you can also hear Cliff on Mondays on KHVH along with Panos Providoris, right?
You can listen to Panos.
It varies between Cliff and Panos, right? All right. Thank you, Cliff.
Okay. Thank you.